Good morning everybody and welcome to Crafty Cleggs. My name is Jeanette and today I'm coming to you from the northwest of England where I live with my husband Timothy. It is absolutely blowing a gale outside. Thankfully, you'll have to excuse me, I'm short of breath, but I'll explain to you in a minute. Thankfully we haven't got any snow. We have had a forecast today for a storm Bert I think it was. We've got the very high winds and we've got lots of rain, but thank goodness no snow. Not that I don't love the snow, I do, but at this time of year when everybody's very busy and got things to do, it's difficult to get around, isn't it? Anyway, so that's the weather forecast for today. Today is Saturday 23rd of November. I can't believe it's the 23rd of November already. And I say this every time I tell you the date. I cannot believe how quickly time goes by. But hey, there you go. It does, and there's not very much we can do to stop it, is there? Not that I want to. What can I tell you? Right, now, for you long-term viewers, you will know that last week, we went down to our daughter's in Somerset in Frome to have a little holiday. We rented this little holiday, holiday, don't know what you call it, apartment. It was very, very nice. If you'd have seen the couple of videos that I did, it was very, very basic. But for me, the main thing was it was clean, it was warm, and it was what we wanted. And we went down last Thursday until this week. We was coming home on Tuesday. But because I fell ill again, I stopped recording after, I think it was Sunday I stopped recording. We went to Sowerbyhead. Is it Sowerbyhead? I can't remember. Stourhead House, to the estate. And after that, I was just done in. I couldn't do anything else. I rang 111, as I told you, I rang 111. They then asked me all these questions like they do, and I get that they have to do that. And then they sent me to the pharmacy to get some advice and maybe, hopefully, some more antibiotics because I have got another chest infection, as you can probably tell. I sound like I smoke 200 cigarettes a day, don't I? I don't, honestly. And all he gave me was a cough bottle. He couldn't give me any antibiotics, nothing like that. And then when I got back, I'm one of those, I have to read the leaflets. And so when I got back and read the leaflet, because I was on an antidepressant tablet, I wasn't allowed to take this medication, even though it was only a cough bottle. So that was a complete waste of time. And the thing that was concerning me more than anything is that I wasn't getting any sleep. I was going to bed at maybe 10:30, trying to lie down. Then I was only in bed half an hour, so then I sat back up, had a read, did a bit of knitting. Of course, all the time I'm disturbing Tim, which, to be fair to Tim, he was fantastic. He never complained once. And I just said to him the day after, I want to go home. I said, I can't carry on like this, just because I wasn't comfortable at this point now. You know what it's like when you're not well and you're in somebody else's house. You want your own comforts around you. But I think the thing that tipped it for me more than anything was that, again, we'd had a bad weather forecast. And again, if you are a returning viewer here, you'll see the scenes and you know where we live. We live right at the top of a hill. And inevitably, if we get a bad storm, we get snowed in for days on end. So if we're not here, we're obviously going to get snowed out, which was what I was worried about. I thought, if I can't get back in, I need to go to the... I was in panic mode. Anyway, I just said to Tim, I want to go home. So we packed up the car. We went and had coffee and breakfast with Katie. And she was totally understanding. And we come home. And then I managed, thank goodness, to get in the doctor. After a lot of umming and ahhing, they didn't want to give me an appointment. I had to get the appointment through 111 again. Other than that, I could go to A&E, and I really didn't fancy that, especially not just for a chest infection. Anyway, 111 managed to get me in to see the doctor, and she said to me, yeah, you've got another chest infection, and it's on quite bad on the left-hand side again. So she's given me more antibiotics and more steroids, but it's worse this time than it was the first time, and it seems to be taking longer to clear up. I'm on day, is it 3 now? Day 3, either day 2 or day 3 of my antibiotics and my steroids. And as you can hear, I'm still wheezing. But anyway, that's the saga of coming home from Frome and early. We did get some snow, but we didn't get snowed out, thank goodness. Anyway, enough of that. So I did enjoy the time that I was there, don't get me wrong, but it was tainted a little bit with the fact that I wasn't well towards the end and we had to come home early. You know, if it's not one thing, it's another, isn't it? But, you know, I always think, well, these things are sent to try us, and I've always got me crafted. Anyway, so that was the tale of coming home early and me having a chest infection again. What else have I got to tell you? Don't really think I've got anything else to tell you. To be fair, I haven't been out of the house this week since... No, I tell a lie. We came home from Katie's on Monday. I went to the doctor's... Was it Tuesday? No, Wednesday. I fought like tooth and nail on Tuesday to try and get a doctor. And then on Wednesday, they give me an appointment. So I went out. I come home from Kate's Monday. I went out on Wednesday... to the doctors, then came back. Tim then went and got the medication for me, went down to our local, our pharmacist is in our big Tesco, so he went down to the Tesco supermarket, picked up my tablets for me, got me some cough medicine that I could take, and yeah, the doctor just said to me, you need to stay wrapped up and warm, do not go out in the cold, it will irritate your chest. So I haven't been out the door since. What else? I think I've got to give her a ring next week, and I think if it's not any better, they're going to send me for a chest x-ray. I'm not too particularly worried. I mean, don't get me wrong, I would like it to just go away. I've had enough of it now. But I've been like this since I had COVID in September when I came back off my holidays. So it could be long COVID. It could just be that I've got a chest infection that won't clear up. Yeah, anyway. So enough of that. Let's get on with the podcast. So I've come on today because I've got a few things to show you, some that you've seen, some that you haven't. And it's probably just going to be a bit of, again, like always, my podcasts, a bit of a mismatch because I haven't got any order or rhyme and reason to how I do it. The first thing I'm going to show you is my new Emma Bridgewater Christmas mug. Now, when we went to Wells for the day, there was a beautiful shop that we had a look round, and they had some fantastic Emma Bridgewater items, and this is one of the designs that they've done for this Christmas. Oh, isn't it lovely? I love it. That just reminds me of my mum's old Christmas lights on the tree. That's just how they were. They was like all bobbly and twisted, weren't they? Oh, I love it. So Tim treated me to my annual Christmas Emma Bridgewater mug. He's really anti-Emma Bridgewater, is Tim. Not that he doesn't like them. He says they're very nice. He said, but how you can justify £25 for a mug, and then if you have them delivered to you, it's £30. So he said, I'll treat you to one once a year at Christmas. So I'll take that, and then in between, if I fancy any, I just treat myself. So I'm just drinking normal, everyday dogwood coffee in my new Emma Bridgewater mug. So that was one of the treats that I got. Right, first of all, I'm going to show you the progress on my Arne and Carlos Advent. No, it's not Advent because it's not in December. Knit along. It's a knit along. It's an Arne and Carlos knit along, and it's to make one of their Christmas stockings. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen this, but if not, this is how far I have got. And I couldn't be happier. I love, let me move that. I love this section here with the bells and the bows and the love. In fact, don't get me wrong, I love it all, but these two bits here are my favourite. So I can tell you about it because it's a free pattern. If you go onto Arne and Carlos's blog, I think it's free till the end of this month. So even if you're only just starting it now, you can still get the whole of the pattern. So yeah, if you're interested, I'll leave a link down below to their blog, and you can perhaps go and grab the pattern if you fancy it. If I can do it, anybody can do it. That's what I think. So I can't tell you, I can't remember how I even started this bit, but it's toe up, and then we've got a lifeline here for an afterthought eel, which I've done one of them before. My lovely friend Karen from Stitches and Jacks has showed me how to do an afterthought eel. And to be fair, I can't really remember how to do it, so it's just as well that Arnie and Carlos are doing videos to show you. But I'm not 100% sure, but I now think we're on to ribbing, because we've cut all other yarn off apart from the green. Now, I was inspired to do this by the lovely Claire from Claire Who Makes Things. And I saw her doing it, and I thought, I wonder if I'll be able to do that. So I had a word with her, and she said, yeah, of course you can do it. But I didn't want to go out and purchase any more yarn. Oh, look at that. Is it not fabulous? I love it. I didn't want to go out and purchase any more yarn, just in case, because I know what I'm like. I start something and I think, if I don't like it, I don't want to do that. And the yarn for making these are not cheap. It would be £40 because it's a row-in, and I think you need 2 balls of the main and then 1 each of the colour contrast. And they're £10 each, which, don't get me wrong, is not expensive for really good yarn. But if you're only going to do a little bit and then you don't do it, I would never have used the yarn. So I thought I'll try yarn out of my stash. So I'm using a Stylecraft Special DK, and I have to say I love knitting. I'm not going crocheting rather. I'm not going to say I don't. I absolutely love crocheting with Stylecraft Special DK, but knitting, oh, it's a yakka. It's absolutely yakka. And so how I've persevered with this, I'll be honest, because the yarn is horrible. It squeaks. It feels awful. There's nothing nice about it. Anyway, I was talking to Claire this morning, and I said, I'm really sorry I didn't purchase the correct yarn. And she did actually say, Claire, to me, I would always advise that if you're making anything like this, especially colour work, to use yarn that they recommend with wool, because it's easier. It's obviously going to be nicer to work with, but she said something about it's easier to block, and so the end result is a lot better. Because I'm not going to block this. There's not a chance in the world I'm going to block this, because Claire did say she blocked it, and I don't know, I can't remember now whether she said it went flat or it's straight. I can't remember what she said, but this was just a trial anyway, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I will be making next year's Arnie and Carlos, but I will be buying the correct yarn. So anyway, that is it. It's done on, I think these are they 3.5 or 4? Just bear with me while I push my stitches back. Yeah, 3.5. It's been done on 3.5 knitting needles. You can either use DPNs, or as my other friend Lindsay from So Sweet Samuel is doing this, she calls them the devil sticks, which really tickled me. So you can either do it on DPNs or circular needles. So yeah, I think we're on to the ribbing next. I think all we've got to do is the ribbing and the afterthought heel. So yeah, the hard work is done. So that is my Arnett and Carlos Christmas stocking. One of my subscribers said to me, you need to make another one now, Jeanette, for Tim. One of them a year is enough, for me anyway. Yeah, next year, the next one I make will be mine. You know what I'm going to say, don't you? And I'll give Tim the acrylic one. But then the year after, God willing, if I make another one, I'll use good yarn, and then we can dispose of it. Well, not dispose of it, but we can just tuck the acrylic one away, and then we'll have 2 nice woolen ones. So yeah, so that was one of the things that I made. And then you will also have seen, now I haven't got the pattern, well, I have got the pattern, but it's on my iPad, so I'll put a picture on the screen somewhere, of Katie, when we went down to visit, had an anchoring for making a mince pie. So I went onto the Toft website and treated her and bought her this, it's like a little kit, and they come in tins, and again I'll put it on the screen for you to have a look, and you can make mince pies and a mince pie doll. Oh, we did have a laugh about that. And again, some of my subscribers have said, I can't remember what Katie called it now, but she said it looked like something, and it does look a bit weird. I don't think I would ever make a mince pie doll. But anyway, it's each to their own, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't, but it's not for me. Anyway, Katie said, do you think while you're here, I took some of my, I took some of my Toft yarn down, and she said, do you think while you're here, you can make a mince pie, and I can get sort of a, because she's only just, well, she can crochet and she can knit, but she doesn't do it very often, so she forgets. And so she said, will you do it so I can get a feel of what it's like and have a look at it? So I said, yeah. Anyway, I made myself a Toft mince pie. Is it not cute? I have to say, I really like the actual mince pie. And I think maybe I'm going to buy and make a couple more. I don't know. Yeah, I think I might do, and just have them in the kitchen. I'm very slowly dotting everything around this. Excuse me. I've got bits and pieces downstairs. I've not got my Christmas decorations out yet, but wait till they come out. Oh, I'm going to have them everywhere. He don't care. Yeah. At one time, he used to say to me, I don't want it in the lounge. I don't mind having it anywhere else, but the lounge needs to stay unlike a creche, he used to say. But now he don't care. So, yeah, I made this gorgeous mince pie. It's Toft DK, couldn't think then. Yeah, it's a Toft DK. I got it in a kit. And I don't know what else to tell you. I used a 3mm hook, as always, with Toft. I don't know what colour this is. I just got the two nearest colours that I'd got in my scraps to make that with, and that's what I'll have to be using again out my scraps. I can't even remember what was in the tin now. I think if you go back on one of the videos that I recorded when I was up there in Frome visiting Katie, she did show you what was inside the mince pie tin. I think it was fudge. I can't remember. Fudge and something else it was. Anyway, you get enough yarn, I think, to make one mince pie and one mince pie doll. Anyway, so I made this, a little cute mince pie. I'm into small things at the moment. I don't seem to have a lot of patience for anything very big at the moment. Well, it's not that I haven't got patience, because I've got such a bad chest. When I'm laid down, I'm only laid down a couple of hours, then I'm up. So I'm not getting any sleep at all. I went to bed last night at 1:30 after I stopped having a coughing fit. And then I was up again at 5:15. So I got about 3 3/4 hours sleep last night. Yeah, so a nanny nap will be happening no doubt this afternoon. So that's my mince pie. And then I just happened to be flicking through Instagram, and I follow a lady, and again, you know what I'm like with names, so please excuse me. I don't even know what the lady's name's called, and I have met this lady. Is it Sweet Pea Family Crochet? Something like that. I'll put a name on the screen. And I was just flicking through my Instagram, and I come across like this little Santa's helper that she'd made, but she'd done 4 of them in all different colours, and I thought, oh, those look lovely. I wonder what that pattern is. So then, of course, I'm reading at the bottom, and unbeknownst to me, it's one of the latest Rikarumi Christmas make-alongs for this year, and I've already got it. So I thought, that's another small pattern. I'll be making that. And it's this one. Oh, it's adorable. And she had them. If I can find the picture, I'll take a screenshot of it and I'll put it here for you. And, when you see something, you think, oh, I'm going to make a couple of them. I just feel that I want small things that give me gratitude. Is that the right word? That I get a quick fix from. Yeah, and because it's going to be December soon, and we've got Advents to do, and it's always busy in December. And yeah, I just I don't know, just at the moment, I'm not going to lie, I just haven't got a lot of patience for anything complicated. So I thought I'll make one of these. So yesterday I started it. I haven't got very far, but here we go. I've done, it looks like a bowling ball, doesn't it? So I've done the body and the head, and this is Rico, is it Rico Rikoruma? The cotton DK. I don't know what colours they are. This is, the head is quite light. Have I got my bag anywhere? Where's my bag with them? Oh, bear with me, it's here. They're all in my gingerbread bag that I made for my gingerbread blanket. And I'll tell you what, I am so glad I give that up for the time being. I have seen so many things on Instagram where the side bits are too big or the middle bit's too small or someone ain't got enough wool, and I'm thinking, oh, I couldn't do with all that. I know it's not stress, but I do stress about my crafts, so I thought I couldn't be doing with all that. Anyway, this is not the right colour. Oh, I don't know which one it is. Oh, it's beyond the pattern. Oh, just ignore me. It's because I'm tired. Right, so this colour for its head, I know because I'm using the right one, is called powder. So that's powder, that's white, and I don't know what colour the pink is. Obviously it's pink. Let me just get rid of that. So yeah, that's powder, that's white, and that's like a really soft pink. And now I've got left to do legs, arms, fur trim, hat, and a bit of hair. So hopefully I'll get that done soon. And I might do another one. But yeah, I've really enjoyed doing that as well. And then, did you see, oh, when was it? Was it last week or the week before that I started making my Santa Claus, the little tiny bears? Well, are you ready? These are going in my mushroom house. Now, anyway, I'll tell you about that another time. But these are for the mushroom house. And this is Mr. Claus. Isn't he gorgeous? I love him. He's not, excuse me, he's not quite finished yet. As you can see, he's got a pin here and a pin here and here. I've yet to tack on the hat, but I just wanted to put that on and show it to you. So I will leave the link to this pattern down below. I used drops, bear with, alpaca, is it? Yeah, it's all done in the same. Drops alpaca, that's what I've used. This yarn is absolutely beautiful. It's as soft and as squidgy as ever. Anyway, I have used the brown for the bear, the red and white for the outfit, and then the bit of black for the belt. So that's Mr. Claus. So he's ready to go in the mushroom house, all ready for Advent. I mean, he's not going to do very much in the mushroom house or the toadstool house. He's just going to watch us podcast. Hopefully, if we're feeling up to it. I'm sure I will be. Yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Claus are just going to watch us podcast, enjoy the day, enjoy a bit of chit-chat and knitting with us, maybe a chocolate, who knows. So that is Mr. Claus. And then I started Mrs. Claus. So I did the bear. And I have put a dress on her already. So I wanted her to be smaller than Santa, which she is. Not tons smaller, but she's a little bit smaller. Because I don't think that Mrs. Claus should be a ho-ho-ho size. I think she should be more of a delicate size. Anyway, I've used exactly the same yarns. So the bear's made, and now I've put the dress on her so you can see it. I'm just about to finish off the dress. So I've got a couple more rounds on the dress. I've got a picture here to show you. That's her dress. So I've got a couple more rounds on a dress and then her white frill at the bottom. And then she has, I think she has a hat. Yes, she does. Look at this. Then she has a hat. So then I have to do a hat. So I've got to finish off a dress and do a hat, and then she's finished. So then Mr. and Mrs. Claus, oh, aren't they lovely? Well, she'd be better if she were finished, wouldn't she? Look at the ironing board here. Sorry about that, but this is how it is. This is my room. And so they'll be finished for Christmas or for the start of Vlogmas. Now, if you remember, I was also doing a tiny, tiny little mouse. Well, I've done its body, and I think I've done one arm, and I haven't got any further on that, but I'm not even worrying. It just is what it is. If it gets done, it gets done. If it doesn't, I don't really mind. So yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Claus are well underway. And then my lovely friend Karen, for my birthday, bought me this Rika-Rumi book. And she bought me the wool, let me show you, to make, not her, bear with me, talk amongst yourselves. How is everybody anyway? I hope you're all safe in this weather. I don't know where you all are, but I hope that you're not getting snowed in or flooded, or because this is what they're saying. They said it might even be that bad later on this afternoon. We might get some power outages. I mean, it won't matter for me because I'll be having my nanny nap, but I do hope you're all right and safe. Right, so back to chit chat. So she bought me this book. No, that's not it. That's not. That is the doll. Right, this is the outfit. This is the outfit. So this is the doll I've made, and this is the outfit that Karen bought me, and the yarn for it, which I'm going to make, but because it's the time of year, I thought I would make, because I'd asked you, my lovely subscribers, what you thought, and a few of you had said, oh, definitely the Christmas one, do the Christmas one, so which is this one. So that is what I'm going to do. So let me just tell you before I show her to you. Excuse me. I have done her frilly skirt and her waistcoat. I haven't done her shoes, well, the snow boots, or her headband, because I haven't got, it's burgundy, that, not red. I thought it was red and it's not, it's burgundy. You might be able to see it better there. So I haven't got the burgundy. Well, I'm going to Black Sheep on Monday, so I'm going to pick up a ball of burgundy and I'm going to do the shoes, the headband and the little bag for her when I've got the right yarn. And I love her. Absolutely love her. She's as cute as anything. So here she is. So this is, I forget what she's called. She has got a name. Oh, I'll tell you after. I'll put it on the screen when I find it. Let me get her dressed properly. Her skirt keeps falling down. I think I haven't stuffed her waist enough, and she might need it might need tacking a skirt, I think. Let me just put a couple of little pins in. This is my go-to pins to help me keep it in the right place when I'm tacking it down. And sometimes, you know, I even use glue. I even use fabric glue. Only if it's for me. So here she is. So she's got her frilly skirt on, which is a bit short, isn't it? But I've done it as it said. And her waistcoat. And that was done with a grey and white. And then this is the fur green. I was going to do on a skirt a green frill, then a red frill, and a green frill, and a red. And I thought, you know what, I'm not doing that because she's got burgundy shoes and a burgundy headband. And I thought, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do it as the pattern says. So it is done in a 2.5mm hook. It's done with all Rika-Rumi DK cotton yarn. And yeah, really, really fun to make. The hair was a really good construction. I'm not going to tell you how to do it because obviously it's in a book and it's a paid for pattern. But the construction of that hair was really good. And it's one of the better ones for hair for dolls, if you ask me. So yeah, she's got to still have her boots and a headband and a bag. But hopefully she'll be finished soon too. Isn't she adorable? Look at her face. Oh, she's lovely. I've done, can you see? I don't know as if it will, let me see if I can get it to, can you see how I've done a nose and a mouth? Now, I learnt this trick. Let me put you back. You're back, aren't you? I learned how to do this from, I think it was a YouTube channel. And what you do, or what I do, is you do your nose with your straight thread. So you go from one side to the other a couple of times, and the same down for the nose. But then you wrap your yarn around the straight line that you've done, and it gives you the illusion of it being like 3D. Isn't it good? She's got a bit of blush on. I did green eyes because that's what colour was in the pattern, and that was the yarn that Karen, even down to the smallest detail, Karen sent me enough yarn for the eyes. She's just so good. So yeah, she's almost done. She's just got a few things to be finished off. But yeah, I really like her too. So I've shown you that. I've shown you that. I've shown you everything that I'm actually physically either working on or I've just finished. So the next thing I'm going to show you is some incoming. Well, let me tell you. I have been trying to get a bag from Paula of Stitched by Mrs. D for the longest of times. I can't tell you how long. And every time she does her furry bags, I look at them and I think, I'm having one. I'm definitely having one this time. I'm going to get on. I'm going to wait till the time comes, because Paula tells you like they're live at 7 or whatever time she decides. And I think I'll set an alarm and I'll do this and I'll do that. And I did set an alarm once. And as soon as you get there, they've all sold out. If you're more than 10 minutes after or even 20 minutes after, there's never, ever any bags left of Paula's. Anyway, I saw that she was putting these bags up. And she said, I'm having a shop update. These little bags, mine's called Auntie Sue. Mine's called Auntie Sue. She says, I'm putting these bags in the shop, such and such a time, blah, blah, blah. And I wasn't doing anything at all. So I thought, right, that is it. I am having one of these bags from Paula. So I got on my iPad and I sat there and waited for the shop to open and went ping. I just could not lose out on one of Paula's bags again. Are you ready? Oh my goodness. She is, without a doubt, the most beautiful. Oh, look at that. Is that not just gorgeous? Is that not just absolutely fabulous? Oh, look at that face. Just take that in for a minute, will you? So, she is, I can't tell you how soft. She's so soft and cuddly. And I really liked these like retro Christmas trees. Can you see? So it's lined with a retro Christmas tree and it's got the drawstring to match. And then she's got a matching bow in her hair. But how does Paula manage to get those fabulous features like that? Look at that. Oh, I love it. Yeah, so this is going to be my December bag. Whether I'm going to put one project in this or lots of little ones, I do not know. But this is my bag for all through December. Thank you very much, Paula. I couldn't be happier. And I was just so thrilled I managed to get her. So that was my first incoming. Now, I have had a couple of more advents. So you all know that I've had one from the Discreet Unicorn. I showed you that one. And I've also had one from Layfamilyyarns. That is the one where you just have one parcel a week. Whether I'll do all that in December, I don't know. And it's the same with them all. I don't know. I do know that probably the one that you know I will guarantee to do will be my Toft one. But because I didn't go to Yarndale this year, I thought, you know what? I'm having some advents. So I treated myself and I have gone a bit over the top this year, but I don't mind. In fact, I'm thrilled. I can't wait. I'm so excited. So, my first one to arrive. that's my Toft. Look at the bag this year. Is that not just fabulous? Now that's all I'm going to show you, because I know other people have shown this, and because I wasn't sure whether to show you or not, because I didn't want anybody for spoilers, but it's arrived. And I mean, if you're like me, I wouldn't have thought there's many people, when your Advents arrive, you don't open the box and take it out and not look inside, but look at it. Anyway, this is this year's Toft Advent. Oh, I can't wait. It is such a gorgeous bag. It's got like the gold stitching on. Oh, isn't it lovely? And all the trees. I have no idea what it will be. I'm so excited for it. I really am. Now this I will keep on top of all through December. You know that, don't you? So we got that one. And then this one. Now, this did have a bag with it. I ordered the full ensemble of this. And it did have a bag with it. And I have opened the bag. Well, because it came with... You could have a bag with the Advent. And... I didn't think it was going to be a surprise. Well, if it was, it's not anymore because I've opened it. But don't want to show it to you because I do know Claire, from Claire Who Makes Things, and another couple of people I know have had this Advent, and I know they haven't opened the bag. So it'd be very unfair for me to show you. But let me tell you, you won't be disappointed. It's fabulous. And it's from Dandelion and Dogwood. And this year's Advent is Advent inspired by Barbie. And it comes in this beautiful box. Isn't it fabulous? And it's got like the, you know, the clip that clips here. And this is the Advent. That's all I'm going to do. There's 24 packages. And then this is my skein for Christmas Day. And then I've got the bag over there to go with it. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I do think I am swaying towards... I bought a couple of patterns for Advent knitting. The Dust of Snow Wrap. I don't know who that's by. I will put it down below for you. And another one that I bought was Sandra from Cherry Heart. I bought the, I think it was Mistletoe and Berries. In fact, I watched Sandra's podcast the other day and she was showing the Advent knits and it was on there. I think it is Mistletoe and Berries. And I'd really like to make something like that with this Advent, because for me, this Advent was quite an expensive one. And it's a knitting one as well, which, you know, you all know I love to crochet. But I want to make something that I don't feel like I'm in a rush. There's no race, and something that I know I'm going to wear. Well, I was admiring the berries and baubles and mistletoe, whatever it's called, on Sandra's podcast the other day, and it's beautiful. It really is. And you look at it, and I think once you've done a few pattern repeats, it's one of those that you can just quite easily pick up and put down and pick up, and that is what I want. So I think that that's what I'm going to do. I'm swaying towards making the berries and mistletoe. I keep changing the name. Anyway, Sandra from Cherry Heart, I'm going to do one of hers. I will put the name on the screen and a picture so you can see it. So that's what I'm hoping to make with the Dandelion and Dogwood. And then the other one that came, oh my goodness, wait till you see this one. Now, I haven't bought this one. This is a swap that I'm doing with the lovely Lindsay from So Sweet Samuel. Right at the beginning of this year, we decided we'd do a swap. So we'd have all year to sort it out. And, you know, it wouldn't be a rush. Of course it was. Well, some of it was for me because that's just how I roll. Anyway, I've sent hers off and hopefully it will arrive on Monday. And mine arrived on, I think it was Thursday. Are you ready? Here it is. Look at the size of this box. It's massive. I have no idea. The way it is wrapped, I mean, I can't really show it to you, but look at, that's my card that's fell out. Look at the way she's wrapped it. Oh, it's lovely. Absolutely beautiful. So if you're watching, Lindsay, I can't wait. I really, really cannot wait. And she sent me a lovely card. And it's Poppy Trophea, you know, the little tiny, in fact, can you see it here? That tiny, tiny little sweet basket that I made. Again, that I was inspired by Claire, from Claire Who Makes Things. And that was from Poppy Trophea. And look at that. Isn't that lovely? So I'm going to keep that for my journal. I'm making another Christmas journal. Can you see it here? I keep making all these journals. I've got a Christmas journal over here, another one over there, but I can't help it. I just love it. And you know, it's the best time to pass your time. And it's just so relaxing. I mean, how can you think that cutting paper up and sticking it back together again would be that relaxing? But I really do find it is. Anyway, so yeah, this is all off Lindsay. So I've done so well this year with Advents. I've got so many. I am really, really looking forward to December this year. And I can hear you saying, I bet you are. Yeah. Now, for Advent, bear with me a second while I put these back down here, out of the way so I don't fall over them. Not Advent, for Vlogmas, I have no set plans. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know whether we'll be going out. I don't know whether it'll just be a Vlogmas indoors. It all depends on what's happening and how I'm feeling. I am actually due to go back down to Frome. I think it's the 12th and the 13th of December. I'm just going myself. Tim isn't coming. It's just for a quick visit because Katie is in a walking club and they're going on a weekend away walking, and so I'm going to look after Betsy. So yeah, we'll be going to Frome, but we've been there before, haven't we? But we'll take all our Advents and, you know, we'll unwrap them, and we'll no doubt do lots of crafting while we're there, because that's probably all I'm going to do. But yeah, I'm just going to try and spend as much quality time with you throughout December, have chats. If we go anywhere, I'll take you with me. If we don't, we'll just undo Advents, and yeah, we'll just try and have as much fun as we can. Now, I've got a little bit of a shop update, and that's something else I want to talk to you about. I am going to be adding things over the next couple of weeks in my shop. I'm not going to have any set time. I am going to put all these in that I'm going to show you tomorrow. But I'm not going to have any set time, I don't think, because it's just when and if I can get round to doing them. But I really need to, because I've got some nice Christmas fabric left. And I've got some ideas of things that I'd like to do. And I don't know why I had an anchor in for making Liberty and linen. I've done this a few times, and last year I used some of the gold material that I'm going to show you. So yeah, I'm just going to put my things in my shop. When they're ready, I'll put it up on Facebook, and then obviously if it's in December on the podcast, I'll let you know if there's anything in the shop. But I think I will probably stop posting out at the end of the second week, just because, I mean, if you want me to post anything out, don't get me wrong, I always will. But I would imagine that by the end of the second week, the postage is just going to start to get silly. It does every year, doesn't it? It's never, ever easy posting out at Christmas. Anyway, let me show you what I'm going to put in my shop. Some of them aren't finished. Some of them are. I've got a couple of things that are finished. And then some that are nearly finished. And then some that are definitely not finished. So I thought what I'd do, because one of my subscribers said, I have been really, really blown away with how everybody loves the chairside knitters baskets. They're brilliant. Even I've got one. And I don't really have a lot of my own makes. I don't know why. Every now and then I make my own bags, but I don't know. It's just, I usually have them in carrier bags or things that, you know, I buy off other people. But I remember one lady saying to me, why can't we have smaller baskets for crochet baskets? And these are really good size baskets, these, for doing amigurumi, having all your bits of balls in and having them at the side of your chair. So I decided to do a couple of Liberty and linen baskets, but because it's Christmas, I thought I'd do them a bit different. So here we go. This is, what's this called? Strawberry Thief. So that you've got your fabric, your linen, no, let me start again. You've got your Liberty on the outside with your gorgeous sparkly love art. And then on the inside, it's all linen. And then if you want, I mean, you can turn it over. Let me do it for you. You know what I mean? You can have it turned over like this if you want it as a storage basket by the side of your chair. So we've got this one. So the fabric is on the outside of that one. And then on this side, on this one, I did it the opposite way around. So there was a choice. So on the outside, you've got the linen with the love heart. And then on the inside, with this one, you've got the Strawberry Thief again, but it's the blue one. So we've got one each of them. Opposite way rounds. And then I've done some, and again, these aren't quite finished. They need the poppers on and the lavender pouch is making. So we've got some DPN holders. Same again, Liberty on the outside, linen on the in. But like I said, they've got to have the poppers on these yet. So we've got 2 of those. We've got that one. These are Christmas ones, these. And again, it's Liberty torn along. We've got the red one and the blue one. Aren't they lovely, them? So we've got them. And then what I thought I'd do is make some nice notion pouches. And I've done them slightly bigger so that if you do want to use them for other things, like just popping a sock in and putting it in your bag when you're going out travelling over Christmas, or, you know, you're doing a little bit of amigurumi, but you just want a tiny bag. So I've made some of these tiny bags. So we've got, obviously they're not finished, they're going to be zipper bags, and they will have, I don't know whether to do like a little box corner, I'm not sure yet, but they've got a tiny little star on the front there. So we've got that one. And then we've got this one. Aren't they lovely? Well, I think they are. And then I tried 2 stars. I don't know, I thought 2 stars might look nice, but I wasn't really sure about it. Tim loved the 2 stars. So this is the Christmas one, but that one's got 2 stars on it. Just bear with me a while, because they're not finished. I can't show them you properly. Oh, we've got 2 of that style. Oh, hold on. What's under there? Yeah. So we've got 2 of this style, which is the pink Strawberry Thief, and then we've got one of this style, which is the blue Strawberry Thief. But I have got other things that I'm going to make, so those will be in my shop tomorrow sometime. I'm going to have a full afternoon of getting them finished, getting the poppers in, making the lavender pouches. Can't you tell I'm out of sorts? Can't even talk properly. I feel like it's been all jumbled today, so I do apologise, but I really wanted to come on and explain to you why it so abruptly ended the videos and, yeah, how I'm feeling. Right, so that's it really. Although it's 48 minutes, I've chatted for 48 minutes. It's not bad for somebody who's not feeling great, is it? But you know me, I can talk. Right, so whether I will do another video before the 1st of December, I'm not really sure. I was thinking the other day, I might show you. Now, every year I've done, I think it's for about 3 years now, I've always taken part in this. This is the first year that I've only done 2 of these. If you remember, I did this one. That was the very first one that come out. The Rico, and even I changed it up then because it was a Christmas tree and it had a face on it and I didn't like the look of that. Anyway, that was one that I made, and then this is one that I've made. Well, I'm in the middle of making, but I always make them without fail. And I've got them in a big, massive box. Now, I wondered if you'd like to see them all. Just like do a little video and show you every single one I've made. If anybody's interested, just let me know and I will do a little video next week. Get the box out when I'm getting all my decorations ready, and I will do a little video. Now, whether I'll come back and I'll show you my little, I mean, don't get excited. It's nothing, it's not a special setup. I've just put my house there and a few little things, but I wanted it to be a bit of a surprise. But I probably will do a bit of an introduction the day before the 1st of December. Right. With that said, I'm going to go and have a puff on me inhaler, and get some hot lemon and hot water, and hot honey and water. And yeah, have 5 minutes, get my breath back, and then it's back at the sewing machine. So until next time, thank you very, very much for watching. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you. If you are liking what you see, please don't forget to press that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. And I shall see you next time. Okay then, thanks a lot everybody. Bye, bye.